Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Arnold Schwarzenegger vs Chris Bumstead is a comparison I'm pretty sure you've already seen on this channel or other bodybuilding channels, but here on Superset Man we sometimes take things to another level in the name of entertaining. We have these what if videos in which we Photoshop bodybuilders to look in certain ways. We merge together different body parts from different bodybuilders to build the ultimate physique and all kind of crazy stuff. And come think about it, I really hope no one is getting offended by what we are doing here, as our Photoshop works are done only in the name of entertainment, nothing more. In the past, in one of our videos, we decided we wanted to see how Arnold Schwarzenegger would have looked if he competed nowadays, and we came up with this Mass Monster Arnold version. We also did a similar thing for the classic physique champion Chris Bumstead, photoshopping him as he was competing in the open division. You can find links for both of these videos in the description. So today we're basically going to see Mass Monster Arnold versus Mass Monster CBUM. I repeat only in the name of entertaining, as nobody could know for sure how Arnold or CBUM would have looked packing more muscle on their frames. So without further ado, let's start with the first mandatory pose, which is the front double biceps. Obviously, throughout this whole comparison, CBUM is gonna have the conditioning on his side. They come from different eras, these were the standards, so to make things fair, I'll focus more on overall shape and balance. But when things are tight, CBUM's conditioning will make the difference. Of course, I could have used a filter to try to make Arnold look sharper, but I didn't want it to go that far, at least not for now. Who knows what we're gonna get in the future on this channel. Back to our pose, Arnold will always win the bicep development against Chris Bumstead even after Photoshop. But other than that, CBUM looks so much better and I believe the midsection plays a key role here. We could argue that both of them look good downstairs, both of them have wide structures and controlled midsections, however Arnold is much wider through the waist and CBUM also hits that incredible vacuum. You could even argue that Arnold has the better lats. But that just shows you how important the midsection really is. So even though Arnold wins the biceps and seems to be more muscular overall, CBUM's balance, overall flow and great execution make me wanna give him this pose. What do you guys think? Next is the front lat spread. This was never one of Arnie's best poses and on the contrary, this is one of CBUM's most impressive ones, so naturally after enhancing both of these versions in Photoshop, this aspect wouldn't change too much. Arnold looks bigger and better than before Photoshop, but so does Chris Bumstead. I don't wanna get into things like you could have made Arnold look better in Photoshop. At this point where we compare Photoshop touch bodybuilders, we can speculate anything. You can even make Phil Heath beat Dorian Yates in the front lat spread in Photoshop if you want. My point is that I only enhanced the main muscle groups for both Arnold and Chris in each pose, and now when comparing the results, Chris Bumstead wins this pose in my opinion. However, up next we have the side chest pose, and as good and impressive Mass Monster Chris Bumstead would look in this pose, he is no match to Mass Monster Arnold. It's true that Arnold does not have the best shoulders even after Photoshop, and come think about it, the way he hits the pose puts more emphasis on the chest anyway, which in Arnold's case it's good news. That alone is winning him this pose in my opinion, as even before Photoshop, his chest looks edited. That's how great it looks. Chris has a great chest as well, but nowhere near at Arnie's level, and he doesn't excel at the delt arm department either, where he could have evened the odds in this pose. Arnold wins the side chest. Back double biceps. Arnold has the more complete arms and the more complete lower body here. For the back development, Chris Bumstead dominates with size, he's got a bigger traps and he is wider. However, Arnie wins the shoulders and the lower back in my opinion. This pose could go either way, but I like Arnold more here, so my point goes to him in this pose. Back lat spread and once again Arnold dominates downstairs and upper body. Chris may still be wider, but Arnold's got the thicker back, especially in the lower region, and also the better details through the upper lats. I believe Arnold has the advantage in this other back pose as well. Side triceps. Both of them look top notch from the side again, however in this other side pose, I believe Chris Bumstead looks better now. His triceps look thicker and harder. That vacuum counts a lot for the overall flow as well, and even though lower body Arnold may have the advantage, I believe that overall Chris Bumstead looks better in this pose. Abs and thighs, and let's face it, Arnold had a pretty blocky physique, but good for him, he was a master in hiding this fact when posing, hence this execution. On the other hand, Chris Bumstead looks so damn impressive in this Mass Monster version. He's got a great taper, nice sunk in abs and great thighs as well. This pose goes to Chris Bumstead. Last pose is the most muscular. Arnold is hitting a crab variation and CBUM prefers the hands-on hip stance. They both look impressive in their own way, however I believe Arnold is the clear winner as he obviously has the better chest and guns, and those crazy traps are the cherry on the cake for him in this pose. Arnold Schwarzenegger wins the most muscular pose. In conclusion, each of them have won 4 poses, which shows you how close this comparison was. However, we have to pick a winner. Nobody wants to see a comparison concluding as a draw. In my opinion, if this was somehow a real competition, I believe Chris Bumstead would have the edge as his conditioning, like I was mentioning earlier, is far superior to that of Arnold. And conditioning plays and should play a key role in any bodybuilding comparison. What do you guys think? Which one of these two Photoshop enhanced versions would have the edge in a real competition? Let me know in the comments below. Also like this video to support the channel, subscribe to stay updated, and as always, thank you guys and see you next time.